saving me for dead last. But many of you may know me or may not. I live in the downtown of Watkins Glen, right on the state highway. Struggle with truck traffic 24/7. I feel lucky that not only is the DEC here, but administrators from Energy, should the project go forward, and actually beginning tomorrow. Don't wait for the larger projects to go forward. I hope you'll institute a policy of any trucker that comes up to the pump with a altered exhaust won't be loaded. I had a first experience with something similar to that within the last week. A truck with a van parked in the old Pudgy's parking lot. And the driver stayed there overnight and was there a good part of the next day. He was trying to locate a load because he had been refused a load at the salt company because of the condition of the inside of his trailer. This speaks well to me of quality control of the salt plant, and that they make surgical products from the salt that's mined in our caverns. Running a small lodging establishment as I do, I've had the benefit of watching the tourism season extend. I know I'm jumping around wildly, but bear with me. I did serve a term on your legislature locally. In 4 years, or nearly 4 years, I can count on 2 fingers people that called me with concerns, and they were both related to truck traffic, hills and Jake breaks. So again, I assert to the DEC, please preclude anybody with an altered exhaust from loading at their terminal, and make better laws that would enable municipalities to prohibit use of Jake brakes through the flats. Unfortunately, we can't rely totally on the professionalism of truck drivers anymore. I do, however, have a son as a truck driver. On the upside for the project, during the past winter when truck traffic increased because of the problem at the other terminal, a couple of truckers stayed at my establishment. They were just, believe it or not, an independent trucker. There's not many of them left. And he was from Callicoon, and he was making his winter living hauling propane. And there are jobs to be had because of this industry beyond what we're talking about creating here. I retired from a state job, which by the way, I'm not sure you should have let me follow Peter Mantius because he's advocating a state geologist examine the data. I don't have much faith in state geology. Do you? I retired from a state job. I now make ceramics, I make pottery, and I have a rural location, and my kiln is fired by propane. And I think that I've had a number of people stand up here and say, well, who profits? Where's the upside? Propane, as far as I can tell, is a rural fuel. And that's not saying the project has to go here, but I've been struck by, I personally, I like the fact that it's going to provide revenue and business for our railroads. The railroads have been struggling for decades. They provide efficient transportation, energy-efficient transportation. Without business, they can't maintain their infrastructure. Again, I saw young truckers struggling to make a living, benefiting from hauling propane. I personally use it. I've also been privy to people that have stayed at my establishment over the years where they were part of the amazing development in cavern technology and horizontal drilling. I can remember the first time Larry Sevenker described to me how you bend, when I think of drilling, I think of a bore, straight down, little deviation, if any, and it was very interesting to listen to him talk about the new technologies, and they would know exactly where they would come out within a cavern. I've seen some of the engineering drawings of the depths of the caverns, and quite honestly, I think there is no better symbiosis for storing a commodity such as this, but underground, in a contained cavern, in a contained environment, and certainly not in thousands of metal cylinders on the surface. I believe there's some upsides here, and I believe that it's, whether we want to admit it or believe it or not, I believe it's even though there are many much better alternatives, where we are now, and lacking a very cohesive national energy policy. I believe that at least this is a step in the right direction for a northeastern energy policy that benefits rural New Yorkers. Thank you.